In the spotlight, we take a stab at predicting the prospects of each of the teams in the new Pro14 competition as September dawns upon the fans in Northern Hemisphere. We look in anticipation as the top players in the Premiership, Top 14 and the new Pro14 lace up their boots for another long season. Fans of the Pro12 competition, as it was formerly known, would be forgiven for thinking that the league was a poorer relation to others in Europe, especially in comparison with the big money spenders in England and France. This season, two new teams enter the fray: the Cheetahs and the Southern Kings. A unique mix of the styles of both hemispheres, with a hard-hitting Northern Hemisphere defense and the unpredictable, exciting South African attack, promises an exciting season for fans. Below we have created a breakdown of each team's key players, new signings and vulnerabilities. Benetton Treviso, one of two Italian clubs in the competition. Treviso have always struggled to get out of the bottom three positions. Last season they managed to finish above key rivals Zebra, as well as the Newport Gwent Dragons, finishing 10th, which was their best finish since the 201,213 season. The squad will be bolstered by the arrival of new signing, Marty Banks from the Kiwi franchise the Highlanders. One of the standout players in the past Super Rugby season, he is sure to provide them with better distribution and an excellent option off the kicking tee. Predicted finish 7th. Conference B. Cardiff Blues. Having finished 7th for the past two seasons, the Blues will be looking to reach the playoffs for the first time in the competition. It is not likely to get any easier for the Welsh side, as they have lost one of their key players in Corey Allen to rivals, Ospreys. Cardiff Blues have only made 3 signings, one of which is exciting young Welsh-born centre, Jack Roberts, as he makes the move from Leicester Tigers to the Blues and is sure to add an extra ball-carrying dimension to the Blues' backline. Having finished below Munster, Ospreys and Glasgow last season, the Blues will find it tough with all three in their conference. Predicted finish 5th. Conference A. Cheetahs, one of the new inclusions in this season's competition. It is difficult to predict how they will integrate into the league. They are in what is arguably the tougher conference. However, coming off the back of the Super Rugby season, there is unlikely to be any rustiness as soon as the whistle blows. They play an attacking brand of rugby, which can be seen through the skill and pace of players such as Sir Giel Peterson. The Cheetahs' willingness to throw the ball around is also matched by their typical South African physicality, with flank Thibaut Homer Hodge set to give the Cheetahs go-forward ball, as he has done on many previous occasions. Watch out for signing Makazole Mapimpi, who set Super Rugby alight in 2017, scoring 11 tries. Predicted finish 4th. Conference A. Connacht failed to build on the Leicester City-esque title-winning season of 201,516, finishing 8th last season in a disappointing campaign. New boss Kieran Keane brings a vast amount of experience, having played the role of assistant coach to Kiwi outfit, Chiefs. He is especially known for creating attacking teams, and the Connacht faithful will be hoping he can coax out Connacht's attacking talent, which was seen 2 seasons ago in their title-winning campaign. Andrew Deegan is perhaps the most intriguing signing, with the young Wallabies fly half relatively unknown in the Northern Hemisphere. He will be keen to impress, also competing with current fly half, Jack Partey for the starting berth. Connacht have released a considerable amount of players, and it is hard to see them competing in what is set to be a very tough conference. They are likely to focus on qualifying for the Champions Cup. Predicted finish 6th. Conference A. Newport Gwent Dragons. The Dragons will be looking to salvage some pride, after finishing 11th in last season's competition. Similarly to the competition itself, they have had a complete rebrand, with the Welsh Rugby Union taking control of the club, and it is hoped that this will paint a brighter future for the region. A new coach in Bernard Jackman can only mean good things, as the former Leinster hooker moves into his second coaching position after previously taking the post at Grenoble. Signings include Gavin Henson and Zane Kirchner, who will add some much-needed potency to the Dragons' backline. They will be hoping at the very least to gain victories over Treviso, and they have shown in past seasons that they often claim scalps over title contenders. 4 straight losses in pre-season games mark worrying signs for the side. However, these sort of games cannot be over-analysed. Predicted finish 6th. Conference B. Edinburgh. Despite a torrid campaign filled with injuries in 201,617, things may be looking up for Edinburgh, as Richard Cockrell has been appointed as head coach. New additions to the team include the experienced Robbie Fruin, and centre Mark Bennett has made the switch from rivals Glasgow. Being on the sidelines for a number of months, he is likely to be a key player for the Scottish side, who are in desperate need of some flair which was lacking last season. They will hope to secure a place in the Champions Cup, with the highest fourth-placed finisher gaining entry to the 201,819 competition. Predicted finish: 4th Conference B, Glasgow Warriors. The Warriors have proven to be one of the best sides in the league in recent years, and this season isn't likely to be any different. Despite losing key players such as Josh Strauss to Sale Sharks, they have bolstered their backline with the signing of Hugh Jones from the Stormers in South Africa. Despite his injury problems, he has shown class above his age when playing for Scotland in the 2016 Autumn Internationals and for Western Province in the Currie Cup, scoring 45 points in 16 appearances. Yet again, Finn Russell is likely to be one of their key players, as Warrior fans hope that he will push on after he failed to make the Lions tour, yet performed excellently in Scotland's summer tests. Glasgow are likely to make it into the playoffs, with a squad that is capable of pushing for the title. Predicted finish: 2nd Conference A semi-finalists Leinster. Leinster have one of the most impressive squads in the competition, with an incredible level of depth. This was displayed by their ability to promote 7 players from the academy, including players such as Joey Carberry and Ross Byrne, who were key players last season for the senior side. They will be hoping to avoid late-season slip-ups, such as their humiliating semi-final defeat to the Scarlets at the RDs last season. Signings James Lowe and Scott Fardy will surely have huge impacts, adding to an already youthful backline and powerful pack. Leinster are looking for their first silverware since the 201,314 season, and if they win the Pro14, they will become the most successful side in the league's history, winning 5 titles. Predicted finish: 1st Conference B Pro14 champions Munster. Munster looked like champions right up until the Pro12 final last season. Johan Erasmus has proven an excellent choice as head coach, however his departure for South African rugby in December has cast doubts over the Irish province's chances in the season ahead. Former player Felix Jones is to step in as interim head coach. Despite losing Francis Sailly to Harlequins, Munster have brought JJ Hanrahan back to the squad, and James Hart provides another option at scrum half. As ever, Munster will use their ever-impressive pack to provide a solid platform. However, the loss of Donachar Ryan to Racing 92 will be felt. Chris Cleat arrives from the Southern Kings, adding some bulk to the pack. Despite placing in the tougher conference, Munster should qualify for the playoffs. Predicted finish: 1st Conference A semi-finalists Ospreys. The Ospreys will be determined to make the playoffs and have shown their intent with numerous key signings. James Hook returns after 6 years away from the Ospreys, and Corey Allen makes the move from Cardiff. They have however lost a young talent such as Sam Underhill. Their most influential player may well be Alan Wynne-Jones this season, with his experience necessary especially in guiding a young squad as captain. Winger Keelan Giles will be hoping to continue his try-scoring form from 201,617, as he touched down 14 times. Ospreys look considerable stronger in the pack, with the addition of experienced prop Brian Mujati. Predicted finish: 3rd Conference A playoffs Scarlets finally showed their winning ability when it mattered in the 201,617 season, as they dismantled Munster 4,622 in Dublin in the final. They will look to repeat this feat once again, and their newest signing suggests that they could well do so. Despite losing the prolific Liam Williams, Lee Halfpenny signs on, providing an excellent kicking option as well as an experienced head. Scarlets retain the services of the likes of Teague Byrne, who played a big role in helping them secure the Pro12 crown, and Jonathan Davies is in the form of his life. The Scarlets may well retain the league title, however they still do not have the depth of squad that the likes of Leinster have, and the loss of players such as Daniel van der Merwe will not help their cause. Predicted finish: 2nd Conference B Pro14 finalists Southern Kings. The second of the 2 new South African sides have recruited 4 players from fellow SAR side the Sharks. Key players during the recent Super Rugby season, including Chris Cleat, have moved to other Pro14 clubs, with winger Makazole Mapimpi transferring to the Cheetahs. The Kings actually outperformed their SAR counterparts in the South African Conference, however, their form has often been quite poor against the stronger Super Rugby sides. Many would see them as capable of producing some scalps in their conference, however they will do well to finish in the top 5 in their conference. Predicted finish: 5th Conference B Ulster. Often seen as the near misses of the league, Ulster will be hoping to make a return to the semi-finals, having finished 5th last season. They will first have to finish top 3 in their conference if they wish to make the playoffs, and the signing of Christian Leilifano could help them do that. The departure of Ruan Pienaar brings John Cooney to Ravenhill, and a change in management comes as John A. Gibbs becomes head coach and Dwayne Peel and Aaron Dundon become his assistants. Ulster must improve their pack's performance if they wish to win any silverware, and this will be helped through the return of Marcel Coetzee from injury and new signing Jean Daisel. Predicted finish third Conference B playoffs. Zebra. The Italian side's record in the league makes for dim reading, having filled the bottom position for 4 of their 5 seasons playing in the competition. They have signed young Irish talent, Kieran Gaffney from Connacht, in hope of providing some spark to a depleted outfit. A new coach and former Connacht player, Michael Bradley, will give the Parma-based team new motivation for the season, and it is hoped that the confidence of young fly half, Carlo Canna, will continue to grow as he looks set to build on his 22 Italian caps in the autumn. Although Zebra are unlikely to reach the playoffs, they will of course relish the Italian derby games against Treviso, hoping to overturn the loss to them at the end of last season. Predicted finish 7th Conference A. Source: Rugby Pass.